Alright, after about 13 minutes in the queue as a healer, I got the battle on the big bridge queue against Gilgamesh. A larger Gilgamesh than we are used to. And Kido is here as well. And Kido actually plays a big role. I went White Mage just because I noticed that there wasn't really any reason to do otherwise. So. Oh wow, we have Echo on us for some reason. Max HP, damage dealt, and potency of HP restoration actions are increased. Why? That's interesting. I don't understand why. But, oh. What the fuck just happened? Someone who was with us disconnected me? I don't know. This fight isn't too hard. I think I did it on a previous, like I've done some of the Hildebrand quests before for another character. I don't think I watched a video for this fight before I did it.
Go on, Enkidu. It's Toad, your favorite.
He'll turn one of your party member, raid members, your 8 raid members into a toad, and the toad only has to run away from Kido.
I admit it. Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me. Not? Ha! I lied! Empathy!
When he jumps up, he'll do a tiny AoE.
Why, I've been had! This is far from the strongest of spears. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious! I, just remembered something.
And then he does it like a ninja with kind of existence, leaving a bomb behind. More than enough time to move out of the bomb. Running across this bridge in order to chase him. We have some birds. We have some, you know, wolf bird things, like really thin. I don't understand. Level 50, I don't have a whole lot of fun stuff to use. I don't have any of my freaking Afflatus Solus or freaking 2. It's so sad, I love it so much.
I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we've gained an understanding.
Alright, this portion
And I will pound you silly! Ha-ha!
of the fight is going to include a lot of like these wind circles.
Rocket punch!
So stay out of those. What do you get hit by? The chickens, I don't know what they do aside from chasing toads. If you run into them, nothing happens. Just a bunch of wind things to avoid. I think he is still going to
Rocket punch!
Yeah, we got at least two toads on that right now. Uh-oh. Stop bringing the toad! Stop bringing the chickens! Don't bring the chickens if you're toaded. No, I'm just small. Okay, yeah, when you're small, you do less everything. Actually, I don't know if it's everything. I don't know if your healing magic is bad or worse. You are definitely slower. That's a problem. I minimized again. Yeah, my stone is only doing like 169. Is my dot? Yeah, my dot is noticeably worse too. That sucks. This fight is just a whole bunch of like nuisances you have to deal with. It's really funny.
I won't go down so easily.
Okay, and we're done. This fight is only necessary if you're doing the Hildebrand quest line.
Well then.
He gets up from his one knee down, one hand down.
That's enough of a beating for now.
Mm-hmm. He goes running and jumps from the bridge, holding Enkidu's foot. But Enkidu is a small chicken, and they both plummet. And we're all like reaching out, like, no. Hilarious. Alright, you're the only player left. I'll give you a combination. Good job, maybe. I don't know. Cool. We actually that means I can continue this. So yeah, I can continue the quest, the three collectors quest. We have Briardian here, with Ellie, Nashu, and Hildebrand is on the ground, on his stomach, like in kind of like a dead person's kind of pose. Nashu is on her knees and hands like next to him, trying to tend to him. We'll talk to Briardian to continue. Alone yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. We go to Vesper Bay. 154? No, that's Korthos. Hold on. Wait, what? Wait, why did it... That's so weird. I don't care. I'll spend 317 to go to Vesper Bay. I don't have any more of the tickets left. It's weird, not weird. I did use the rest of the Vesper Bay tickets that we got, like near the beginning of the game, like within the first 20 levels or so. I used the last, I think I had 2 or 3 remaining. I used them for this quest line. You know, why wouldn't I? That is. I didn't have any other reason to use them. Possibly like a job quest that if you have a job that starts in... Actually, I might have used one for Black Mage, Thaumaturge, whatever. But any jobs that start in Ul'dah, there's a chance that a Vesper Bay ticket will turn out to be useful later on. But yeah, obviously don't get rid of them. But we come back. Durilda's here. She is the mother of Mary, I believe her name is. Here we go. Godbird's here as well. Cutscene talking to Durilda to turn this in. Hildebird and again, I can't remember the dude's name. The actual like silver-haired elven inspector guy, but he's handing over the blade to Durilda. Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. 'Twill make a fine addition to my collection. And the two inspectors watch her walk between them. And then they square up face to face with each other. Marie or Mary is looking like kind of sad. Briardian. I'll probably never remember that name. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way, he says to me. I give him a nod. Out of nowhere, sorry. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief, says Nashu. Hildy nods. We have a... Oh, Durilda has come back. There you are, Inspector Briarden. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Uh-oh. We see Durilda, looking like herself. She looks to all of us. We're looking to her. We're confused. Why are y'all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my treaty blade? Nashu's like, God, she crosses her left arm across her, like, below her breast, and then her other arm, her other, like, elbow's resting on that arm. She's, like, tapping her face a couple times. But, didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Briardian goes running away. I remembered his name. He goes running off, looking for the fake Durilda. Nowhere in sight, but we do see, he sees a white mask on the ground. We all follow him. Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. He stands from the inspection of the mask. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd, says Ellie. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Hildebrand thinks about this, gets a weird smile on his face. Hildebrand starts to say something out loud, but Briardian beats into it. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. I think that's a direct line from one of the recent, like the Cumberbatch Sherlock episodes. Amazing show. Love it. Freaking love it. I've rewatched it a couple times. Hildebrand just slowly turns to him, mouth still agape, finger still up on his hand, like as if he still wants to say something, but then he gets this like glare, like teeth gritted, as Briardian kind of like gave him a little notion with his face. Ellie says, "If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did?" A few of us notice, except for Nash, who was sleeping. We notice somebody is throwing yet another card. Nashu kind of sleeps away from it. And it basically... Okay. Okay. Let me describe what just happened, but give me a second. So because Nashu was sleeping, or starting to fall asleep, and because Godbert and Hildebert were both starting their Mandeville dance, I think it might have also dodged one other person who saw it coming, but it embedded it, this second card, that, you know, the first one embedded itself in Hildebrand's forehead. The second card embedded itself in, oh my god, why did Briardian's forehead, and he like his like eyes are twitching a couple seconds, like twitch, and then he falls to the ground. He's grasping his head. He's like in so much pain. Godbert continues dancing. Hildebrand, I think I dodged it because I noticed the attack. So yeah, I was the only one to actually dodge it on purpose. But this card embedded itself in Briardian's forehead. He went down in pain, thrashing around. Hildebrand stops his dance and walks over to Briardian to pick up the card from his forehead. I believe this is addressed to me. Sorry. It is condescending. Okay. Condescending Inspector Briardian. I don't think that's the right word. Briardian sits up a bit, still on his butt. Snatches the card from Hildebrand's hand, still kind of clutching his head. Says, "Piss off." Quotes here. 400 years have I slept, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. Ellie says, the design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Hildebrand nods to her a couple times, and then gets a dumb look on his face, but Briardian stands up. Hildebrand's face... Okay, hold on. So Hildebrand's face... So Briardian has stood up, is about to, like, he's facing the camera, as it were. He's about to proclaim something. Hildebrand's face popped into view for a second. Briardian extends his finger toward the camera. Hildebrand pops up full frame in front of Briardian, like not entirely overshadowing him in this scene, but he says, "Very well, I, and I alone, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge." By the way, Godbert has been continuing to dance the entire time, the Manderville dance, and Nashu has been continuing to almost fall asleep repeatedly. And we see the gleam of Hildebrand's teeth. He turns to a still eye-twitching Briardian. You want to, and they both are like Hildebrand. In this scene, we see the mom, Marie, Ellie. I forgot names already, so don't worry about it. Hildebrand runs across the screen, followed very closely by Briardian. Briardian is saying, "You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon." As they're running. Briardian, they're just running in circles at this point for some reason. Around this statue of the Lalafell. We're all watching him. Hildebrand is smiling. Briardian is like... Maria is... Nashu's cheering, Godbert's nodding. Durilda, how dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing a precious treaty blade to be stolen? Says Durilda, the mom. And you, Maria? She's still laughing. Durilda notices this and starts to laugh herself. Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro, a pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy, not bad at all. You are indeed a Manderville man, says Godbert. And... Mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the... They're still running around, but as Hildebrand is saying this, we do see that shadow figure watching over all of this. And the shadow figure walks out of the scene. We can still see the two inspectors running around and around for some reason, and the Lalafell statue in bronze. And as we get that last thing that Hildebrand said off the screen, the cutscene fades to black. Fades to black. I got the hiccups. The 3 collectors is complete. We get 5 elixirs, which I never really use these, but I've actually read recently about a reason to possibly have them and make use of them. But restores up to 28% of your HP, a maximum of 1440. At this level, that's not bad. And 600 MP, and then 1642 gil. Alright, we have a black screen right now, which means there's probably an extra... Yeah. The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue. As seeds of jealousy quicken within an inspector's soul, can true love bloom on this battlefield? Will this Manderville man find his Manderville wife? Manderville will return in a case of indecency. There's too many things flashing to describe them all, so I just read the text that was on here. We have Nash here looking at the camera. Hey, what's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special, says Nashu to the camera as Hildebrand is like giving an arm outstretched pose toward the sea in the sunlight. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair? I guess we'll find out next time. She waves to the camera. Manderville gives a few 4 kisses toward the sea. And that is it for this quest. I think that I'm going to be able to do another one, so stay tuned for that if you want. Bye-bye for now.